Hey there, friends. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to talk to you guys today about TriEase Softgels and the new Respond kit that doTERRA created for a 10% off item this month. And because, not because, that's not the right word. So there's two kits. On Monday we talked about the Restore kit. Today we're going to talk about the Respond kit. Both of those kits come with a free membership if you don't already have one. So anybody can purchase these kits. You can do one-time order, you can do LRP order, you can can't use your points on it. But if you don't currently have an account, you can get an account free for a year with either one of those. So super, super amazing. So let me talk to you guys about TriEase. I do not have a bottle of TriEase with me. I make capsules every day. So I usually don't buy the TriEase Softgels because I take these oils alone and mix them in a different way. But if I'm traveling, if I'm going to go somewheres, and I need to bring stuff with me in a little bit less, I usually don't use On Guard soft gels, but I do when I travel. I usually don't use TriEase, but I do when I travel. So the soft gels are just super, super convenient to have when you're traveling. Maybe you're not like me, most people aren't, and you don't want to sit and drip things in your own capsules all day. So it makes it super convenient. TriEase is equal parts lavender, lemon, and peppermint. This is our combo for respiratory support and seasonal threats. So springtime, and usually in the fall, although there are people who have seasonal threats year-round, are usually the times when most of us are having seasonal threats. Pollen is out, things are blooming, stuff's happening, things are getting harvested in the fall, and we've got itchy eyes and congestion in our nose and runny noses and coughs and sneezes. I saw a couple weeks ago somebody put one of those pictures on Facebook that said, they're like coughing and sneezing and looking horrible, and someone says, do you have the COVID or the coronavirus, the corona? And they said, no, I've got the allergy 2020 or something. So the spring 2020. I don't know. It's funny. They're talking about allergy season. So TriEase soft gels were developed to protect against seasonal and environmental elements and to promote a healthy respiratory system when needed most. Each soft gel contains equal parts of lemon, lavender, and peppermint, essential oils known for their ability to maintain clear breathing and a healthy immune response when combined together. So that's really the key to this, is using them together. Lavender has antihistamine properties. So similarly, Claritin, Zyrtec, Benadryl, all of those have antihistamine properties. So that's what lavender is helping us do, is to support our histamine response when we come in contact with seasonal threats. Lemon's a cleaner. Very specifically, lemon is very good at helping our mucous membranes to clean. So we know our sinuses are all lined with mucus, our digestive tract is lined with mucus, and our lungs are lined with mucus. And we want these to be as clean as possible. A lot of times when we have mucus that sits and doesn't get moved around is when we tend to get infections. So we want to keep things moving, we want to keep things draining. Just like in our lungs, we don't want fluid and mucus buildup and stuff sitting in our lungs. That's why we cough when we're sick, is because our body is trying to get rid of the excess inside of our lungs. And then peppermint's really fantastic for promoting circulation, open airways of breathing, and we know our airways can get all gunked up and congested when we're talking about seasonal threats. So getting that in a soft gel, it's about the size of my pinky finger. It's similar, it's the same size as like Copaiba and the Omegas. That's how big they are. So perfect time of year. You can take one of those in the morning, or you can take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, depending on how severe your symptoms are and how much support you need on that. So let's talk about the Respond kit. So the Respond kit has Breathe, peppermint, lavender, lemon, I don't know why I'm counting, copaiba, frankincense, and adaptive. So we've got 7 oils in there. All of them are a 15 ml size, except the frankincense is a 5 ml size. So let's talk about Breathe first. Breathe is respiratory blends, all things airway support. When we're talking about maybe you have a bear that sleeps with you, like I do at my house, and I don't like hearing him snore. So we use Breathe. Where's my Breathe? We use Breathe every night in our diffuser, along with many other things. But Breathe, it's at least 4 drops, if not 6. And then depending on if he has some food sensitivity problems, and the thing that he gets the most is congestion with that, just closed airways. So if we know that he's cheated a lot, I usually will put a drop on the chest along with lemon and frankincense, and then also on the bottoms of the feet, making sure to get the tips of those little toes where the sinuses are, and then our big toe we know is our brain, and then our lungs are going to be like right around here in the middle. So literally like 1 drop down the entire bottom of the foot, on the chest and in the diffuser. Sometimes he likes to dip his finger like this and put it right underneath his nose right here. Now our nose is extremely sensitive, very much like our eyes and the inside of our mouth is. I would not recommend doing that if you've never done it before, unless you know how vapory it is, and then have your coconut oil handy or whatever carrier oil you have, so that you can dilute it down if you need to do that. So like sometimes I've like done oils and then just done like this inadvertently, and then you're like, oh gosh, got something on my nose, and it can sting and burn a little bit. So very uncomfortable. So just have your coconut oil handy to do that. So Breathe is just, again, respiratory. Anything that you've got going on in your lungs, anything that you have going on in your airways, we want to open things up. We want things to be clear and flowing freely. Breathe is going to do that for us. It has a really bright, it's almost like Vicks Vapor Rub in a bottle, without that kind of, I don't know, smell to it. My grandmother actually always used to put, anytime anybody had anything, they got Vicks Vapor Rub on the bottom of their feet. And I never understood why she did that until I learned about reflex points. So doTERRA Breathe maintains feelings of clear airways and easy breathing while minimizing the effects of seasonal threats. doTERRA Breathe can be applied topically to the chest, back, or bottoms of the feet, or diffused at nighttime to calm the senses and to promote a restful sleep. So Breathe. Let's talk about, I guess we'll talk about Peppermint next. That's the next one on my list. Peppermint, really great for our cooling sensation. And if you need more information too, like we've talked about all of these items really in depth, and I just don't want to go forever and ever as we talk about these, you can always use the search bar. If you're on your phone, it's at the top when you're inside of the group, and you can search for all of these oils, and it'll bring up any video or post that we've done with these oils in them. If you're on your computer, the search bar is down on the left hand side. So peppermint is really great for supporting nerves. It's very calming to nerves. So when we have angry nerves or inflammation or anything like that with our nerves, peppermint's going to be really great to use directly on that spot. Let's say it's your back or maybe your knee or something like that. Peppermint's going to be really fantastic. Peppermint is, of course, cooling. It has that cooling effect to it. Putting it a little bit in your water and shaking it up and spritzing it on you when you feel hot, whether that's because you're out in the sun, whether that's because your hormones are going kind of crazy and it's the middle of the night, or if you're not feeling so good and you've got a temperature. Peppermint's not going to bring your temperature down, but it will make you feel cooler. It's the heat from the temperature that makes us feel really bad and really lethargic. So it can be really helpful for that as well. Again, it's going to be really supportive to opening airways. Is actually, it's in Breathe, so that's one of the great things of that. Frequently used in toothpaste and chewing gum for oral hygiene, peppermint also helps alleviate occasional stomach upset and promotes healthy respiratory function when taken internally. Peppermint oil continues to be one of the best-selling products in doTERRA. It's one of the top 10. So peppermint is also really soothing to the stomach. So you can drink it in your water if you like that. It's like putting 10 Altoids in your mouth and drinking water. It's got a super cooling feeling. Anybody who has digestive problems, who need extra digestive support, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, upset tummy, gas, you know, all of the things. Breathe is peppermint's gonna be really helpful for that. So you can put a drop in your hand and rub it around your belly button, and doing it that way, down even lower than that where your intestines are. You can drip it and put it down your esophagus as well. So peppermint has a bazillion different things that you can use it for. It's also really a nice cleaner as well. It brings a brightness. I like combining peppermint and rosemary in my foaming hand wash that I hand make, or when I'm cleaning. It's really nice. So let's talk about lavender is next. Lavender, like we said, everyone thinks of lavender as calming and soothing, restful sleep, those kinds of things. And it absolutely is for that. Every once in a while, you're going to run into somebody who floral oils are bright and excited instead of resting and calm. So they tend to have their citrus oils and floral oils backwards. So, but all things calming. So really fantastic for the skin. If you have any kind of redness, irritation, scratch, boo-boo, anything that's swollen, anything that's unhappy, it's going to be really fantastic. It's really great to combine with tea tree oil for any kind of skin issues like that. Again, we're talking about antihistamine properties, so it's really helpful with inflammation and that histamine response and supporting the body really specifically in that way. A lot of the times I use this instead of hydrocortisone cream or Benadryl cream when I'm talking about topical use. It's in our boo-boo spray, so we put a little bit of that with the tea tree and some other things in our boo-boo spray to just spray. Sometimes we get things and the kids don't want you to rub something on them. We just kind of spray it a little bit just to help it to heal and promote healing and that kind of thing. So again, you can stick 2 drops in your bath. You can drop it in a bath with your kids before bedtime, dropping just some straight on the pillow or the linens. You can make a little linen spray with some water and shake it up and spritz that on there as well. It goes great in the diffuser. Sometimes I like to just start diffuser in the bathroom while I'm doing my bath and just kind of calming and soothing. And then also putting it in the diffuser along with our Breathe and our On Guard, and usually cedarwood or vetiver, something like that is what we really enjoy having. So all things calming. Oh, and then if you have little one or even older ones, my kids are actually my girls are cutting some molars in the back, so they've had some discomfort back there. So really helpful combining lavender. We'll talk about copaiba as well, copaiba and Roman chamomile, and putting that diluted on the outside of the gums for just gum inflammation, that kind of thing. So really great for that. The list is probably too long. The Egyptians and Romans used lavender for bathing, relaxing, cooking, and as a perfume. Has relaxing properties when taken internally. Continue to be lavender's most notable attributes. Applied topically, lavender frequently is used to reduce the appearance of skin imperfections, added to bath water and soaking away stress. It's also really good sometimes if we have just so much tension up here or a lot of stress that we're carrying here. A layer of peppermint, a layer of lavender, and a layer of frankincense down the base of our neck and then the back of our shoulders is really great when we've got just a lot of tension and stress, just when we're carrying a lot on our shoulders and we feel like we need to just kind of relax that down. It can be really fantastic as well. So let's talk about lemon next. Lemon, bright, happy citrus lemons, fantastic. It's my favorite to put in water. Really easy to drink, just a drop or two in, 8-ounce glass, or even my 20 or 24 ounce, I can't remember what it is, glass water bottle. Gets 2 or 3 drops of lemon oil. It's really bright and refreshing. And again, when we're taking lemon oil internally, we're getting those same cleansing properties that we use when we make cleaning products. Lemon's really great to combine with orange and do a homemade wood polishing, for polishing and cleaning wood. It's really nice to do that as well. You put some olive oil in with that, or I use sunflower oil. Lemon's really great to just add with white vinegar and water and stick it in a spray bottle and spray your countertops in your bathroom, your toilet, all of the places. Lemon's just really, 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 really great for cleaning. We talked about how it's really supportive to lungs, especially if you have some kind of chronic lung thing going on. Having lemon and frankincense, something that you take internally, rub on the chest if you have a kid that's too little to take internally, and bottoms of the feet every single day, at least once a day, if not twice a day, is going to be just super supportive to the lungs and getting rid of scar tissue, helping the body to rid itself of scar tissue, and just such a great support. Can't say that enough. So great non-toxic cleaner throughout the home. When added to water, lemon provides a refreshing and healthy boost throughout the day. It's also really great for the digestive system. Lemon and orange as well, if we kind of need to get things going. It's really great. I love adding lemon and bergamot to hot tea, especially when I need to just kind of get things going. Let's leave it at that. Copaiba. 2 drops copaiba every night before bed, after dinner, every single day. You can do copaiba or you can do the copaiba softgels, but copaiba is very similar to black pepper and melissa oil, has really soothing effects for emotions and anxious feelings. Copaiba, a lot of people, there's, you know, a lot of fad and hype about CBD oil. And there are a couple, I think there's 2 companies out there that make a high quality CBD oil, and then everybody else just jumped on the bandwagon trying to get rich quick. But copaiba is very similar to that because it does interact with our CB2 receptors, which is the part of the endocannabinoid system. It's like I'm trying not to go too deep into stuff, but just, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Our entire body is connected to the CB2 receptors in the endocannabinoid system. Our respiratory function, our cardiovascular function, our digestive function, our, did I say respiratory function? All of the functions are inside and connected to the endocannabinoid system. There's CB1 receptors, CB2 receptors. CB1 receptors are brain neurological. That's the part of the marijuana plant where CBD oil is derived from, gives you those hallucinations and things like that. We don't want to do any of that. So copaiba, actually completely different plant, comes from the resin of a tree in the Amazon, and has increased benefits when we're taking this. So we want, right now, immune system. We want a boosted, supported immune system, and copaiba is just, we should all take 2 drops of copaiba every night before bed. It's just amazing and fantastic. One of the really great things doTERRA put out in September, they're doing they're doing studies like the pharmaceutical companies do, so that they can have some solid research behind that. The medical part, science, is really, really important to doTERRA. So we have a half-life, which is kind of like how long does it last in the body, and copaiba's average half-life is about 12 hours. So when we take it at night, we're getting it's sometimes a little bit shorter, sometimes a little bit longer, but we're getting a really nice long benefit, and that's only 2 drops. We don't need a lot of copaiba. So if we want to use this for, so why do they have it in soft gels if it's so great to take internally? Like, why do we have this in a bottle? So one, so that we can diffuse it and we can smell it because of the anxious feelings, and just the smell. It has a nice woodsy smell to it. It's going to be really great for targeted effects. So when I had my ankle tendonitis, I was applying turmeric and copaiba topically along with lemongrass and aromatouch every day, twice a day, and then before and after any of my PT or my workouts. So as well as I was taking the turmeric in the morning and the copaiba before bed, but I was having some acute issues with my ankle. So I wanted to have a topical application as well, especially when we're doing strenuous things like the physical therapy and stuff during the day. So just super amazing thing. The list is very long. We don't need to read about the trees. Great, really fantastic trees. Taken internally, copaiba essential oil supports the health of the cardiovascular, immune, digestive, and nervous systems. It also helps support a healthy inflammation response. Copaiba essential oil can be added directly to the mouth to cleanse and soothe the gums in the oral cavity. So another really great thing. The main component, the B-caryophyllene, may be a neuroprotective and may have cardiovascular and immune benefits when consumed. It's also a really powerful antioxidant that promotes immune health. So can't say enough good things about copaiba. Can't say enough good things about everything, right? Okay, our next oil, we've got 2 more, is frankincense. So again, in the kit, you're going to get frankincense in a 5 ml bottle. It's got 85 drops in that one. Frankincense is all things fantastic. If the doTERRA saying is, if you don't know what to do when you have any kind of ailment, you just use frankincense, and it's going to be a really great support and a benefit. Frankincense is really amazing for cellular health and just overall health for our body. We talked earlier about using frankincense for lung support, combining that with lemon every single day, especially if you have some acute lung issues that you deal with on a regular basis. Using it every single day, once a day at least, if not twice a day. Frankincense is going to be really fantastic. It's a really good gentle oil to use on little people for extra support. So when we talk about the stronger blend, which is our immune support for kids, frankincense is one of the main oils that are in there along with rose. So it's going to be, again, it's almost like a booster too. I'm not sure if that's the right word to use, but that's kind of how I think of it. If I'm using an oil and I add frankincense to it, it's boosting the effects of the other oils, making them give us an increased support for what we're looking for. So that's really fantastic. Frankincense is known to support healthy cellular, immune, nervous, and digestive functions when used internally. Combined with essential oils like bergamot or lavender, and inhale and diffuse to create an experience of peace and satisfaction. Good for skin. Oh, this is a good one too, talking about skin, to add to our facial moisturizer at night or even during the day. And this helps promote blemishes and wrinkles and collagen and all sorts of other really skin health words and things like that. It has a nice deep-rooted smell to it. Again, really good for anxious feelings and things like that. So combining copaiba and frankincense, and then adaptive or balance of serenity, just kind of finding your own little blend. But frankincense is something else that we will diffuse at night, especially if anyone's coming down with something. I immediately start adding a drop of frankincense down the spine, or you can use the bottoms of the feet if it's yourself and you can't get to your own spine. You can bottoms of the feet and then in the diffuser as well. And especially, I like combining frankincense with eucalyptus. You can do it with breathe as well. Eucalyptus I find to be a little bit more targeted if you have that just constant coughing that you just cannot get calmed down. A drop of frankincense, a drop of eucalyptus with some coconut oil on the top is really fantastic. Excuse me. Really great, just for calming and promoting, what our lungs are trying to do when we cough is break everything up and get everything out. So it's really supportive for that action specifically. Okay, our last oil, where's my frankincense go, is adaptive. This is one of our newest oils. Outside of Citrus Twist, this probably is the newest oil, adaptive oil. This is emotional. All day long, all fantastic. I combine this, use Balance and Serenity was my go-to every single day. When adaptive came out, I added that to my daily regimen. Bottoms of the feet, make sure you get your big toe. And then diffusing this throughout the day. This one, I just love the smell. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells fantastic. What oils do we have in here? Wild orange, lavender, copaiba, spearmint, magnolia, rosemary, neroli, and sweet gum. So we've got a bright orange smell in there. We've got the spearmint's another bright smell. We've got lavender, magnolia, neroli are all calming oils. So this really, the power punch really comes when you use this both topically during the day on your pulse points, on your wrists, using bottoms of the feet, and then taking the adaptive capsules, which is don't stick this one in a capsule, are a little more specific because it has the gamma in there and stuff like that. But this just by itself is really fantastic. So when we're talking about this Respond kit, the name is really conducive to going with everything that we're dealing with right now. And we need to respond from a physical standpoint, from an emotional standpoint. And this kit is giving us some really targeted oils to be able to help us respond well emotionally and help us to respond well physically and support us on a whole body level. So this is a really fantastic kit. I'm really excited. I actually got this in my LRP because it's cheaper than buying all of these oils by themselves. And who doesn't need lavender, lemon, and peppermint all of the time, and breathe all of the time? And I use frankincense I use all of these oils. Well, maybe not peppermint. Peppermint I don't think I use every day. My husband drinks peppermint in his water every day. I prefer lemon. So peppermint's probably the only one that I don't personally use every day, but between all of them, we use all of them every day. So really, really, really fantastic. So again, if you have not yet got your doTERRA account, this is a really great kit. It's the $35 fee is completely waived. You get it for free for the whole first year. And there's no obligation to purchase. You just get all 7 of these amazing oils to use. We're here to help you and educate you. And we're really excited for new customers and old customers alike to be able to get their hands on some really great things to support you so that you can respond well with everything that's going on. So if you have any questions, make sure you're putting them below, or you can send us a private message. We'd be happy to answer your questions and chat with you and make sure that you're getting all of the positive experiences that you're looking for. If you, oh, and don't forget, I forgot on the last video on Monday, don't forget to put comments on all the things, like, comment, ask questions, answer somebody else's questions, all the things, so that we have, you get a lot of entries into our prize vault drawing at the end of every month. So I will be back on next week to talk to you guys. We have a really exciting month planned this month with some springing into summer ideas, and I'll talk to you again soon.